Err. So just as a preface, I recently picked up a MAK-91, which is a modified AK variant rifle, chambered in 7.62 by 39. Pretty outstanding cartridge. If you're not familiar with it, it looks like this. So this is a 7.62 by 39 cartridge. It's a fat, short, little round, especially when contrasted with the 5.56 by 45 NATO round. And we're moving on. So getting back on track, I did pick up a modified AK rifle. On the first outing to the range using leaf sights, Johnny Post Production will hook us up with some moto shooting. I was using the iron sights and could not tell where I was fucking hitting. So after some berm shooting, I actually realized where my point of impact was. That point of impact was about 8 inches to the left of my point of aim. After I realized that, I couldn't really adjust with anything. That's why this tool is essential for any AK or new AK owner, and that is the Tapco AK or SKS sight tool. And this guy, Johnny Post Production, will throw in the rifle. Thank you, fucking civilian. So you use the tool on this post right here. So if you're shooting far left, which I was, and you want to move the point impact to the right, you push with this tool, this front sight stud to the left. And then that's going to shift your point of impact to the right, which I did. This tool is outstanding. And on this end right here, you can insert into hole and up or down. You can adjust the elevation as well. So this tool is a necessity by far. So even before I get ahead of myself, Johnny Post Production, can you please clean the table? Like I said, I realized where my point of impact was, so I compensated, little Connecticut windage, and I came across this grouping right here. So as you can see, it's pretty much all over the place, but this is me pretty much just guesstimating where to hold and where it would end up impacting, because I was already at the range and I had ammo to shoot, and I was more or less just getting a feel for the rifle. But turns out I'm not a huge fan of leaf sights. So the sight picture on the AK is definitely a far cry from the AR, and I mean, it is shootable, you can shoot it, but I was looking for something more conducive with the iron sights that I love shooting, because I love iron sights. If you don't know that, there you go. I do prefer them over optics every day of the week. So as you can see, the leaf sight is off, so this transitions perfectly into why I'm making this video. So as you can see, I picked up the Tech sights. This is the 200 model. Johnny Post Production will roll in some close-up pictures. And the installation is very straightforward. You have two spring-loaded detents right here on either end, which affix to the dust cover that they supply. And I also had to replace the recoil spring, which is mounted to this rear sight. And it's all steel construction, which is out fucking standing. And the recoil spring, very straightforward. You use the existing extension and you slide the spring over, compress it, put the latch on top of said extension, and you're in business. The rear sight affixes to the slot on the back of the AK, and it is very secure. They give you a screw to compensate for any variances in the machining, but did not need it for this. Outstanding. Alright, so there we go. We got the peep sight. So on the 200 model, you only have one peep sight, and this one is intended for medium to long range. The 100 has the dual aperture with the small, again for medium to long, and then there's a larger opening for close quarters. So on my AR, I just have one small aperture, and I'm very comfortable with that, so I went with this model, the single aperture. But this one also comes with the ability to toggle both windage, left to right, and elevation, up and down. And to do so, you got the detent wheel on the side, and I tried depressing it with a bullet. It did not seem to work too great, so I just used an Allen key that I had on hand, and it works great. And as far as elevation, you could just do that with your finger. It's located directly below the aperture, but I didn't really need to mess with that, being that I adjusted the elevation on the front sight with the aforementioned essential tool. So Johnny post-production, hook us up with some moto range time of this guy in action, because if you're like me, you love seeing people shoot. I mean, whether you're at work trying to kill time, or you're at home, nothing goes on TV, and you're just trying to kill time, YouTube is a go-to. So if you're watching this, if you're a subscriber, you're a motivator. So like minds, think alike. So all in all, I am extremely impressed with this product. It dropped right in without any fitting, any process needed by me to be performed to get this guy situated on this rifle. I mean, it dropped right in and it just ran great. So if you're in the market for maybe an alternate style of sight picture, you cannot go wrong with tech sights. So let me know what you think. If you have any dealings with tech sights, or maybe you have another variant of AK sights that maybe could be brought to my attention, because I'd love to try new things and become educated on topics that I'm extremely motivated in. So let me know.